Back to the BNN top line. Canada's housing market heating up. Let's take a look at demand, a closer look in the multifamily housing area as multi-unit projects across Canada rose to the second highest level in at least 25 years, leading the housing starts to jump last month. For perspective, we have Michael DiPasquale, Vice President of Finance and Property Management at Dunpar Homes, which is a luxury townhome builder. He joined us here in studio. Hello there.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good, thanks. So give us a sense of what's happening on the ground, what demand is like, and where are you seeing it from and why?
Well, we specialize in just luxury townhomes, so we're specifically just in the low-rise market right now. And we're in the Toronto and GTA, Mississauga, Oakville locations. So we're really finding that the demand is coming from those locations. Demand is also for us. We're a niche product, and demand coming from people coming from condos looking to get something bigger. We're not a detached, so our price isn't as high as the average detached home. But we're a luxury product with a great space. So people are really moving into that space. They need bigger space. They don't want to be in the condo anymore. So they're liking the townhome product.
So they move from condos oftentimes into luxury townhomes that you're offering. But do you find that they're not settling, but they prefer that because they can't afford a more expensive detached home?
Well, we don't like to think of it they're settling. We offer a great value product, a high-end luxury product with great space, lots of form and function that goes into it. So we take a lot of pride in our product. And again, we're niche. We're not doing thousands of homes a year, but we'll do a couple hundred. And we think we're part of livable, viable, really vibrant communities that we try to participate, we try to improve on, and we think we bring a great product.
So this demand, is it a combination of low interest rates and demographic shifts and people getting pushed out of maybe the urban core, that kind of thing?
Yeah, for us, definitely, obviously, interest rates make a difference, and people can stretch their dollar further than they used to. So that's definitely, for us, the demand also comes from, like the reports say, there's also very little supply of low-rise housing now. There's much less. It's the lowest level it's been. So that's really pushing our demand as well. I can't speak for high-rise specifically, but for low-rise, that's, there's a high demand for it. People want to be in it. They want to be on the street level, but they can't maybe afford a detached, especially in the core of Toronto. So we kind of offer that in-between stage for them where, it's a nice product, great space, luxury product, and they're not in a high-rise.
What do you think when you hear the CMHC warning developers to just be cautious and careful and prudent in your business?
Yeah, well, I think it makes sense. I think because this comes from the mentality that nothing can go up forever, and so because I think it's been increasing for 15 years or so, they're expecting something. But also there's low interest rates. There's always people coming into the city, and there's always more demand. So I can't speak for the high rise. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that. But for the low rise, we're getting some great demand out there and a lot of feedback from our customers, and we're really pushing our product right now.
Now, when you sit at home and watch the news, which I assume you do occasionally, for 3 or 4 years now, you hear about housing bubble. What do you make of that?
Well, I think because again, it's more people thinking it can't go up forever. Something has to happen, and everyone's worried about it. So even the developers, I would guess, they're all expecting, well, it can't go up. Nothing can be rosy forever. Something has to happen. So I think that's part of pushing it. But if you look at some of the demographics, people coming in the city, low interest rates, and as a first-time home buyer, they're talking to their aunts, their uncles, their parents and grandparents. Well, you get a mortgage for under 2% for 5 years. How can you? They're telling you, how can you not get into the market for those rates? So they're kind of forced to say, well, this makes sense. We're supposed to be making smart investment decisions, so maybe we should be getting into the market regardless of whether the price is too high or not. This is an opportunity.
Now, would you say in a hypothetical scenario, if the Bank of Canada, let's push it out to 2016, they raise rates a few times, the key rate goes to 2 or 2.5, at what point does it start to squeeze people and it makes it difficult to service their debt or maybe pushes them out of the market?
Exactly what point I wouldn't know. As long as they kind of stagger it out, if they're doing it in tranches, if it's not all one big interest rate, obviously everyone's going to feel an interest rate increase, and every interest rate increase is going to affect the market. But the way it affects us, we think if it's staggered out, it'll be a softer blow type thing, as opposed to sharp increases in rates. It'll definitely affect it. There's definitely a tipping point. I don't know, obviously there's certain debt levels that people can handle, and I think people are handling more now than they ever had. So there's definitely a point. I think the interest rate is so low, maybe you can give a point before it really starts, diving down. Any increase is going to make a difference, but it might not make a crash if we're staggering it and slowly people are adjusting to the increasing rates as opposed to sharp increases.
Right. I said 2016. Most economists don't even expect a rate hike next year. So let's push it out to 17 and 18, that kind of thing.
Right.
Good to see you, Michael.
All right. You too, Mark.
Michael DiPasquale from Dunpar Homes. Our thanks to him.